Hi, this is Kathy Kershaw with the Evers and Company Residential Real Estate in Bethesda, Maryland. Thank you for tuning in to part 2 of our video blog on how to protect your home during the winter months in this cold climate of Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. If you missed the video blog part 1, there is a direct link right below this. So enjoy, and please call us if you have any questions. Thank you. Well, another thing that I think is caused by water damage, I've heard about damming, ice damming.
Yes.
How is that formed and how can we prevent that?
Well, that's another excellent question. Ice damming occurs through the entire system of the exterior of our roofs. So the first step is to make sure that you've cleared the gutters, because that's our first line of defense. If the gutters are clogged up, they're going to go towards the downspout where there's a little small hole. Well, if that hole is clogged with leaves and debris, the whole system will not work. And when it rains, there's nowhere for that water to go. Now you have a real problem because there's no way for the entire system to function properly. So what happens with ice damming is as that water starts to thaw out, it goes behind the gutter into the wood board that supports the gutter system. That's called a fascia board. And then that water will run down the length of the roof trusses in our homes or the floor joist, depending on where the gutter system is. And that will create damage on the interiors of our homes along the drywall where the downspout and the gutters are attached to the property. So the key, number one key, is to make sure you've cleaned the gutters and you've got that debris out of the gutter system. Another important thing to do is to try to get the water coming from the downspout at least 8 to 10 to 12 feet away from the perimeter of our homes.
What about when, say, we get over a foot of snow on the roofs? Is there anything that we should do?
If we have a really bad snow, the roofs are engineered here to withstand about 150 pounds of weight per square foot, which is a tremendous amount of weight. So
Okay.
You really don't have too much problem with that unless you have a flatter roof. A flatter roof is going to be more likely to have more problems. So if you have a flatter roof, you may want to use a broom or a roof rake to try to get that snow off of the roof.
Okay. We've also heard about tragedies with carbon monoxide in the wintertime. How can we prevent that?
Well, nowadays we can buy carbon monoxide detectors, and they are not that expensive. For about $50. They plug into the outlets. So if you have a furnace, gas furnace, it's not going to happen with electricity. You want to make sure that you have a carbon monoxide detector in that area, because that would be the first place where it would detect that we have that incomplete combustion.
Are there any other steps we should take to make our winters enjoyable and worry-free?
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. One of them, very important, is to make sure that we change those air filters on our furnaces. A good time to do that, I always tell everybody, if you can remember to do that once every 3 months, that's a great system to put into place. Another thing, we hadn't discussed this, but I would tell people that's also a good time to change the batteries in your smoke detectors.
Exactly.
If you have battery backed up smoke detectors. So
Okay.
all of those things are very, very good things to do.
Well, I hope this was very helpful for all of you. I know it's helpful for me to hear it again, even though we all may know this. It's always helpful to hear it one more time, especially from an expert. So I'm going to let Tony give you his contact information.
Thank you, Kathy. As far as being able to contact me, I do not have a website. I don't need one, but I do have an email. My email address is TonyCampanella, the number 56@gmail.com. My phone number is 301-437-9229. Or, of course, you can contact Kathy, and she can provide you access to me as well. So I really appreciate your inviting me to join you today. So
Thank you, Tony. It's been great.